Hey Sharks! This video will help you with course registration. We hope the video helps with any questions about the programs we offer here at May River High School. If you continue to have questions, reach out to the teachers you see in the video.
My name is Jeff Caney. I'm the automotive instructor here at May River High School. Automotive program, we teach a lot of different various things in the automotive industry. One of them is we teach electrical, safety, with first year students. Second year students learns about brakes. The Autotech 3 and 4 students, they learn about ignition systems, they learn about fuel injection system and engine repair.
Because it was a class that doesn't seem like you're in school and it's something I like.
Automotive class, we get to learn how to work on cars and vehicles, along with like electricity and other stuff, like basic things like how to change a tire, and much more like car engines and stuff. It's a pretty fun class usually.
Hey, I'm Brad Childress. I'm the welding instructor here at May River High School. Some of the things that welding can offer you. With Welding 1, you get introduction into welding and to understand how the equipment works. We focus more on safety and get comfortable with the machinery that you'd be using. As we advance into Welding 2, 3, and 4, we dig a little bit deeper into the theory of welding and how it all works, and looking at the quality of the welds. When you get up into Welding 4, then we look at certifications, where you might want to work, where you want to be employed, and what it takes to get that job. Some of the requirements that we acquire here at May River for you to come into welding would be 10th grade, 11th, or 12th grade. And
Cybersecurity is the defense of computer networks from threats. It includes topics ranging from malicious software to social engineering. Cybersecurity fundamentals. Students in that course examine operating systems, including Windows and Linux, and they learn defensive techniques. The second course is an advanced cybersecurity course where students learn penetration testing, which is offensive techniques, and they study digital forensics. Students will learn how to recover data from computer systems in the events of a crime. The prerequisite for cybersecurity fundamentals is that a student had a B in an introductory computer class. The goal is to prepare students for possible careers in the field. Every year in the U.S. there is a shortage of about 40,000 cybersecurity workers. Cybersecurity analysts are highly paid, earning as much as $116,000 on average, which is about $55 per hour. So our goal is to prepare students for those careers.
My name is Mrs. James, and I am recruiting creative, innovative, and charismatic students who like to have fun. If that's you, then sign up for Digital Multimedia today. Our team of creatives will produce the Daily Fin episodes to entertain, educate, and engage May River students and staff. You will be up to date and in the know in all of our school happenings, reporting news, opinion segments, and advertisements for May River High School. This class serves as a platform to build community awareness while developing your leadership and digital multimedia skills. This is a business class and can count towards a CATE completer pathway. Creative people do not see things merely for what they are. They see them for what they can be. Join Digital Multimedia today.
course that any student can take, freshman through senior. You can take it every single year, or you can take it only once, totally up to you. However, it is an application-only class. Applications typically come out around March, and you submit that, and then we let you know if you make it into the course or not. Students that want to apply to yearbook are typically students that are interested in the photography aspect of it, where you want to be the yearbook photographer and go to all the events. You like to do editing with the Photoshop. Students that also might be interested in the business aspect, where they sell the personal ads, or they go out and they actually try to get more yearbooks sold. Students also might be interested in becoming an editor or just being a general designer on the page. So yearbook is pretty much for students that are interested in all types of things, whether it be from writing to business to selling to designing. All those things are what incorporates with yearbook.
So yearbook is a really fun class. It's a lot better than core classes in my opinion. It's a lot of work, but it's fun work, and at the end of the year when the yearbook comes out, it's really nice to look at the work that you put in all year and be proud of it. And it's really just a class where you get to meet people and become friends and become a family and work together.
So what is the Youth in Government program?
The Youth in Government program is an interactive simulation of state government, and it's held in Columbia every year, usually in November. And what they do is they write bills, students will research court cases, and run campaigns for office.
What is the difference between Youth in Government as a class and a club?
The class offered here at May River actually does everything that you would do at the simulation in Columbia. So what they do is they write bills in class, they present those bills, and then the students respond. They also will be researching court cases and doing a simulation of Model United Nations at the end of the class.
How does someone become a part of Youth in Government?
They can sign up for Youth in Government as a class or a club. If you sign up for the class, you'll be doing everything in the class that we'll do in the club. The club is on your own though. So even if you're going to Columbia as the field trip, you'll need to be able to come to the club meetings and participate fully in class and club. This year, one of the things that is different from last year is that we will have a hard cap at 120 students. So if you know you're interested in going to Youth in Government, talk to your friends and make sure that you get signed up as early as possible.
Okay, in business department we have general management, web and digital communications, and business finance. Okay, for each program there are a series of classes that you'll have to take in addition to taking an industry test at the end of the program. Absolutely. Some of the classes overlap. For instance, general management and business finance have 3 or 4 classes in common. So if you take those 2 in addition to the other courses, you could possibly complete in both.
What do you like most about the program?
I really like that it combines what we learn in other classroom settings and puts it to use in an applicable way, and also it kind of just prepares us for possible career paths. Like, I'm actually going to college for engineering, and I know women, they actually look for a lot of women in that field, so it just kind of prepares me for my future.
What I like most about the class is it's really hands-on. It's not just you sitting at a desk reading or anything. You know, you're really active in the class. You know, you learn new stuff every day, and you know, we just keep inventing new stuff.
So my favorite thing about the engineering classes is you really get to apply what you learn in the classroom, and you have the freedom to work on your own projects. Like this here is our competition robot for the senior team, and we get to design and really just dial this robot in based on the knowledge we learn in class.
This engineering lab has 3 different courses that we offer right now. We have Introduction to Engineering and Design, which is basically getting your thoughts from your mind onto paper or onto the computer, where you can show that to other people that need to understand what you're working on. You take the early steps of the design process and just learn them as best as you can to come up with different creations. Principles of Engineering does a lot with energy transfer. We use machines, simple machines. We use some coding, some robotics, learn about electricity, trust calculations. There's a lot that goes into it. And then the 3rd level currently is a drone technology class, and it's basically what it sounds like. You get to fly drones around, do some filming, take pictures using the camera on the drone. It's a lot of fun. some advantages of taking the engineering courses are they're early prep courses for college. So a lot of times when you go into college without a PLTW background, you're kind of going in blind, but this will prepare you for those entry-level courses and really make you stand out amongst your peers. So these are some of the projects and principles of engineering currently. This is an automated guided vehicle. What it's going to do is pick up a load, transfer it to another position, and then come back. And then we also have different variations of those. Here's another similar device. And then we are also working on simple machines. So this has a wheel and axle, a lever, and a pulley that all works as a complex system. The most challenging parts, I would say, is the application of your math skills. You really have to have a good foundation of mathematics to be successful in this course. It takes a lot of hard work and a lot of dedication, but you know, anything with practice you can get better at, so just please sign up.
The Teacher Cadet program is intended to give students a real life experience so they could know what the career and profession of teaching is like.
But also probably my favorite thing was I was able to work with my own 8th grade teacher to do my practicum. So I got to go into my middle school, teach an 8th grade class that I had with her, and that was awesome. It was a lot of fun.
So I think that it did play a big role in me becoming a teacher because I was able to kind of learn some things about teaching that I didn't know before, as far as the camaraderie with your faculty members and being able to grow in your profession.
So I think I really just enjoyed the actual field experiences. I remember I was assigned to a gym teacher, a 5th grade gym teacher, and so every day I would go in and I would get to meet a different class, and I just really loved working with the kids. I remember like going into Teacher Cadet, I hated the thought of like being a teacher. I had no interest in it whatsoever, but after that whole experience, I realized that I really like working with kids, and while it might not be in an educational field, it's definitely something I want to pursue in the future.
Students who would like to take Teacher Cadet have to be juniors or seniors. They have to be good students that have maintained a 3.0 GPA, and they will get credit from USCB as well as high school credit. To apply for Teacher Cadets, you have to come see me in room 214 for an application. It's a brief application. You need 3 teacher recommendations, and you need to submit that back to me by April 1st.
It's a 3-year course. We start with Introduction to Law, Law 1, and then Law 2. Introduction to Law, we're going to give you the basics, Constitution, the history of law enforcement. You're going to do some fingerprinting. You're going to cast a footprint. You're going to do some hands-on activities that have been fun. People have told us have been really fun in the past. Law 1 is going to be with Mr. Pennington, and that's where you're going to do your vehicle traffic stops, do your building clearings. You're going to do a little bit more hands-on. You'll use the red man suit. You'll learn some defensive tactics. You'll learn how to weapon safety and learn how to use a duty belt or wear a duty belt and the things that go on a duty belt that pertain to career and law enforcement. Then Law 2, that's where we're going to get into some of the courtroom procedures, criminal law, civil law, but yet they'll also come back, the police department comes and works with us, and that's where you'll actually get in the police car and you'll actually do a felony stop. You'll actually go to a courtroom and you'll get to visit with the judge and visit with lawyers. You'll get to see a criminal trial as well as a civil trial. And we try to make it as much fun and as exciting as can be. So if you're interested in law enforcement or even becoming a lawyer, I think this class could really work well for you. Also in Law 2, your third year in the program, you'll have the opportunity to get certified through microburst learning. And that's where we teach you the soft skills, the skills that employers all over the world are looking for to make sure that you have these skills in order to be a valued employee for their company. And one of the most exciting things that we get to do every Wednesday, we do physical training. You will be tested on the 1 mile run, push-ups and sit-ups, but we will do that every Wednesday, and there is a formula that you have to improve on. So we'll take a pre-test at the beginning of the semester, you'll take a post-test at the end of the semester, and depending on where you range in the pre-test, your time depends on how much you have to improve by. So let's say you start in January and then you finish in May at the end of the semester to see how much time you have to improve by in order to pass the PT exam. Also during PT, the police department also comes in, especially for our Law 2 students. The third year students, they'll come in and they do teach defensive tactics and jiu-jitsu, which is something we just implemented this year. So it is very hands-on, and you can use it as self-defense in the real world, or it can prepare you to go to the police academy here in South Carolina.
So I am Ms. Parkinson and I teach sports medicine here at May River. And if you're interested in sports medicine, you have to at least be a sophomore. And it is recommended that you have taken biology before you can enter Sports Med 1. In Sports Med 1, we do require observation hours as well as in the rest of the sports medicines. In Sports Med 1, we require 5 hours. That's nothing. It's 2.5 halfway through and then 2.5 at the end. Sports Med 2, we require 15 hours, so it goes up a little bit. But then Sports Med 3, which is 50% clinical hours, you will have to have 80 clinical hours. Also, if you want to be a completer, you can get a cord for graduation, and you must take at least Sports Med 1, 2, and 3 to be a completer. You may also take Sports Med 1, 2, and then Health Science 3, which is Anatomy and Physiology, and then take Sports Med 3. There is an option for Sports Med 4, which would be work-based learning, so you would just do an internship for half of the semester.
I'm going to talk about the AP Capstone program and that offering. It is designed for students who are looking to complete possibly the AP Capstone Diploma certification, which is you take the AP Capstone sequence, which includes AP Seminar and AP Research, and get passing scores on those AP exams, and then also take 4 additional AP classes and get passing scores on those exams as well. If you do all of that, then you can be awarded the AP Capstone Diploma in addition to your high school diploma. So obviously the program is designed for students looking for college level courses. In addition to that, they're more research and independent based than some of the other AP courses in general. Currently the AP Seminar is the first course in the series, and that is a course that students look at real world problems from a variety of perspectives, and that is paired with AP World History. So typically students are doing that in 10th grade. And then the following year they do the AP Research, in which they do like a whole independent project and go for, in depth with an inquiry project to defend their work, and that is paired with AP US History. So the AP Capstone program is a great opportunity for students, but it also is time consuming, and you have to be willing to commit, several classes to that if you're wanting to pursue that. If you have further questions about it specifically, I would encourage you to talk to Mr. Aspinwall Winter.
The year is coming to an end and course registration is coming up. To give you an example of an elective you could be interested in, here's Ms. Schlager on visual arts.
So for ceramics, we have ceramics, and then starting next year we'll have a ceramics 2 for somebody who really likes working with clay. Other than that, we have Art 1, which is an entry-level class, and Art 2 or Art 2 3D, depending on whether you like drawing and painting or you like making sculptures. We have Art 3 honors and Art 4 honors that are designed for the more serious art student, and then we also do AP Studio Art for those people that want to develop a portfolio for college credit.
So theater is going to be kind of everything that encompasses going into a production. So that would be acting, some tech work, some design work, stage management, everything that goes into a production. We have Theater 1 through 4 here at May River, as well as technical theater. Theater 1 is going to be your overview of all things theater, so we kind of dabble in a little bit of everything from acting, characterization, movement, voice, pantomime. We do a little bit of design to kind of get them exposed to that. They do a lot of performance, so it is a lot of solo and group performance because it is a performing arts class. At the end of the semester in Theater 1, we do an actual production, so they put on a one-act play that the community and the school can come and see, so that's always exciting to see that come together. And then Theater 2 through 4 is just going to be your more advanced theater, so we keep building on the basics that we learned in Theater 1, so it just gets more advanced, a little more research heavy, a little more independent, so you kind of get to guide your own learning in that way. And then technical theater is all things tech, so that's going to be your design, so designing the set, designing lights, designing costumes, as well as the technical aspect of it, so working backstage, stage management. We also get to build the set for the musical usually, so if you take tech theater, you will be using saws and drills and all that to help build the set, so the kids have had a lot of fun doing that. And yeah, those are all the courses that we have for theater at May River.
I'm just a symbol to remind you that there's more to see. I'm just a product of the system of good times.
Hello. The following courses are offered by the May River High School Band Department for the 2019-2020 school year. Woodwind and brass students register for Band 1 and Band 2. Percussion students register for the Percussion Ensemble class. Students interested in the color guard register for the Visual Ensemble class. All band classes satisfy the Fine Arts graduation requirement. Students must acquire a gold sheet from Mr. Carbone in order to register for classes. And participation in band is expected for the full year, unless otherwise determined by the band director. Students that do not play an instrument but would like to be part of the band program may join the Color Guard program. Students learn techniques in rifles, sabers, and flag, as well as contemporary and other styles of dance. No experience is necessary, and the Color Guard is a major part of the marching band. We are very excited about the 2019 marching band program, and we hope that you will join us. If you have any questions, please email david.carbone@buford.k12.sc.us. Thanks for listening.
They're gonna rip it off, taking their time right behind my back, and I'm talking to myself at night because I can't forget.
Okay, so what is dual enrollment?
Dual enrollment is taking college courses while in high school. You get college credit and high school credit.
How do you apply for dual enrollment?
In March, we'll be announcing some dual enrollment parent nights, and there's a process as far as there's an application that you have to complete. You have to have certain criteria.
Why do you think our students should take advantage of this opportunity?
Like I said, it's a good way to get college and high school credit at the same time, so get some of your prerequisites out of the way. Getting high school and college credit at the same time maybe lessens the load you have to take while you're in college. Also get extra GPA points. It's the same as an AP course as far as weight for GPA. So lots of perks to it, and then also get kind of a good transition as far as taking 2 classes at the college and then 2 classes here. Get your feet wet for what it's like to have college courses before you go off to college.